What is up, Planeswalkers? Se.3 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we're going to be playing some more of our rotation decks. We're going to be playing some more Golgari Zombies. A lot of people seem to like this deck now. I'm not going to go over all of the cards in the decks. I did that in my first video for this. I will say, I added an additional Memorial to Folly, and I'm thinking about adding another Gruesome Menagerie. This card is fantastic in this style of deck. It really allows us to fight back hard against the control decks. Now, instead of just going into the normal play mode, I'm actually going to do the constructed event. As you can see, I've been trying to grind gold. However, grinding gold is a little slow. So we're going to go ahead and do the constructed event with the zombies. There's another reason for doing this, and that is the normal free play mode shows how the deck would do when paired up against decks of similar strength. I want to show you guys how the deck will do when paired up against any deck. Go up against MCP 293. So theoretically, this should be a better indication of the power of this deck in non-best, like free play format. This hand is not good, so I will mulligan. This hand is fine, I guess. It's similar to the last one, except the fact that we have Midnight Reaper. I'm gonna overdraw land, which is unfortunate. I'm pretty sure we only have 23. We might have 24. Freebooter finds nothing, because that only hits non-creature spells. They are going to see that our hand is chock full of lands, though. And luckily we top-decked a creature. Next turn we will probably Midnight Reaper before we Death Baron. One, it gives us more power on our fourth turn when we are able to attack with the 3-drop creature. But also if our opponent does have removal, we are going to be able to draw some cards. It looks like, unfortunately, they are going to remove this now. Which would make sense. They want it to be removed before we actually get a chance to use Reaper. But so our opponent is on some sort of blue-black, potentially a blue-black mid-range style deck. I can't block, so feel free to attack me. Darn, how dare you. Ooh, opponent missed a land drop. Very good for us. I will just go ahead and Midnight Reaper now. Yeah. So, at this point, if my opponent does end up killing my creatures, I will, at the very least, draw some cards. So, we are in a good way, and our opponent is not. Our opponent didn't mulligan. They should have mulliganed more. They get to take our Contempt, but, like, I don't care. I assume my opponent missed another land drop. I'm going to play a Death Baron, and we're going to be getting in for some sweet damage. We have enough mana for Underrealm Lich on curve, so it's a very nice situation to be in if we're us. Our opponent really doesn't want to give us that Vraska's Contempt. The thing is, it's not like they're going to be able to play anything. They don't have any lands. Yeah, I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised for a relatively early concession. I love the super, super early games. That's something I found with this deck during the previous rotation. Okay, can I look at this card? Hey, I can. Cool. Something I found with the previous rotation of these decks. The Zombies one always was able to have like 4 or 5 games per video, and the rest of them averaged like 2 or 3. It's like 2.8 or something. Just because with Zombies, either you just lose, or your opponent just cannot stop the horde, and it's great, and I love it. Going up against Tiffany Calandro. Interesting full name. I wonder if that's like a personality or anything. This is a fine hand. We have a 2 into a 3 into a 4. 3 lands. Hopefully we'll get the other one for the 4th. If not, we have another Graveyard Marshal. This is a fine hand. And we're going first, which is nice. We do only run... Ooh, and opponent mulliganed. Good for us. We do only run 6 1-drops, which does mean that we aren't always going to be playing on turn 1. They scry to the bottom. Very important to keep note of that information. So we're just going to go ahead and start pressuring our opponent here, which is very nice. We're not an aggro deck. We're an aggressive mid-range deck, is the way I like to think about this. We like to put on a lot of pressure, but we do still have some good late-game plays. Here, pretty easily, just play the Midnight Reaper. They're playing Abzan with Guildgates. Not sure I agree with that, but, you know, to each their own. I would like to draw another untapped land, so I can play Liliana. Especially if my opponent plays something for 4 here. A Slimefoot. Interesting. We did get a land. Very nice. Very, very nice. And I'm actually going to attack first. My opponent might try to do some tricksy double blocks, and I'm fine. Vraska's contempting. Yeah, that's fine. She goes to 5, which means my opponent couldn't kill her outright. So I'm totally fine just plussing Liliana here. Hopefully bin some creatures for our Molderhulk. It looked like we binned 1, and it wasn't a zombie. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. On board, our opponent can't kill Liliana, but I'm fine if they can. If they play something for like 5, we have a Contempt. So we should be doing pretty well here. Take a sip of my apple cider. So good. Sap Herd, sure. And a Spore Crown. That will likely get murder-fied. Sure, Liliana is not going to die, though. Let's plus. Depending on how many creatures I get binned here. So not a lot, only one. I was thinking about playing Supplier and Molderhulk if a bunch got dumped in. But here... I don't want them to be able to hit me. It might actually just be better for me to Supplier Marshal. Just so Liliana can stay. Ah! Okay, that scared me. Got some decent blocks. Our opponent is down to 2 cards left and 9. So Liliana is going to be able to pressure our opponent's Lich. I think I'm fine doing this. Yeah, so this is fine, yeah. Because I could, like, chump this, block these relatively easily. This can only hit me. Yeah, it deals the damage to opponent, not to Planeswalkers, so my opponent's not going to be able to kill Liliana here. Sure. So yeah, I mean, I can easily just chump here. Do I want to trade 1 for 1 here? I'm going to gain 2 cards. I think that's fine. It also cheapens my Molderhulk, which is very nice. Opponent very obviously could have a pump spell, but I'm fine if they do, honestly. Yep. Notably, they are going to gain life. I did forget about that, so we're just going to dump stuff in our bin. Yeah, so Molderhulk is now incredibly cheap. Our opponent not going to be able to do too much here. Knight of Autumn is good, I guess. Oh, and they decided to gain life. Okay, that's respectable. So now this is more of an attrition game. Trophy is almost certainly going to get cast. Yeah, I think it's a reasonable thing to do. We're going to go ahead and play Molderhulk because it's cheap as F. Cheap AF. We're going to get an Overgrown Tomb, I think. Because we're just going to be playing... Oh, we didn't play a land this turn, so we can actually get... we don't really have a 2-drop to play. I really wish this was a 2-drop, I guess. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to get Memorial to Folly. Yeah. I'm going to just play this, and I'll have Assassin's Trophy. So I can trophy one of these. Yeah, I think this is fine. So our opponent probably will be able to kill Liliana here. Maybe. I get rid of this. They have 4. No, they probably won't. Molderhulk is a great roadblock against these decks. Oh, wow, and they just couldn't do anything about it. So Slimefoot is going to bite the dust here. Caked Migration is pretty damn good, though. Sure. Just going to have Slimefoot bite the dust. How much mana do I have? I could play a bunch of dudes. Ooh, or I could just do this, which is better. Do I have a good 1, 2, 3? Got a 2, got a 3. I have a 1, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep plusing Liliana. Just like negging my opponent. I'm gonna get a Death Baron and a Graveyard Marshal. And how many cards? 27? 27, that should be fine. I just want to be able to block. Protect my queen. Like, my opponent just doesn't have great attacks here. I do need to be careful since Midnight Reaper is not a May ability, but we are doing pretty well. I'm just keep draining my opponent, to be honest.
One person's trash, another woman's army.
Do I have another? I don't have another Molderhulk, but I think what I'm gonna do is wait, cancel. 1, 2, 3. No, I guess I'll do this like end of turn, so I can Supplier now. And I can end of turn use Memorial to Folly to get back an Underrealm Lich. Or I could just Contempt something. We'll figure it out. For now, though, I'm fine passing. Yes. Yeah, that's fine. Not terribly worried about what's happening. Opponent has been drawing land steadily, which is very nice for us. Elves, don't care. Opponent still doesn't have great attacks. We'll go ahead and get back on Underrealm Lich. Yep. This way I can't deck out. Very importantly, someone told me that you're not going to deck out with Underrealm Lich out because it replaces the draw. That was a faux pas on my part. I'm just going to keep doing this. At some point, I might need to, like, -3 and play the crap out of the zombies in my graveyard. But when/if that time comes, I'm going to be fine with it. Right now, I just have my opponent on a 4-turn clock. I mill 3 each turn. As long as they don't have a way to kill my Underrealm Lich, I should be fine. We're going to take a Ghoul. Very, very dangerous thing what I'm doing here. My opponent has 6, 7, 8, 9. They have 9 creatures. I have 3, 6, not that many. 2, 3. Sure, let's cast some zombies. There's a lot of zombies I can cast. Cast this. That cost me 2. I was fairly certain that was going to cost me more mana. Let's get a swamp. Let us play a Death Baron. And let's play a... Actually, let's play a Ghoul. And then another Ghoul from our hand, just so we can maximize the amount of creatures we have to attack next turn. Because I think what we're going to do next turn is -2 on Liliana, killing the Spore Crown. And then Contempt, like, something. I'm not sure what. But yeah, I think we're good with just passing here. 10 cards left. A lot of junk in the trunk. A lot of good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine. It seems like a board that's reasonable to have. Oh man. The recursive value that this deck has is fantastic. I kind of want to find room for find finality, but I just don't think I can. I think I'm fine getting Memorial to Folly. Yeah. I think I'm fine with that. And I'm gonna play it. Is it better to just get more? Oh, my opponent might have freaking Settle the Wreckage. That would be very bad. Man, what the heck are the chances that my opponent has Settle? Okay. They could still settle, but I mean that still dies. Doesn't mean I'm less inclined to kill something. I'm more inclined to just play another Midnight Reaper and plus. I'm playing a dangerous game over here with 7 cards left in the library.
Don't get squeamish on me.
Didn't hit my opponent. So I'm going to pass turn. Next turn, I'm going to have 1 card left. I'm going to get my Underrealm Lich, my other one, with Memorial to Folly, and put it back in the deck. Let's get a Death Baron. I don't trust my opponent at all. There's like no way they don't have Settle here. So, okay, so I'm going to make a decision. My opponent should not reasonably be running Settle the Wreckage in this deck. I hope all of you can agree with me that my opponent should not be running that card in this situation. Because of that, I'm going to attack.
I have mastered death.
But I cannot wait to lose to it. I'm going to keep the Death Baron. I'm going to play the other Underrealm Lich, just so we don't, like, lose the game. Oh. Okay, my opponent has 11 creatures. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 creatures that can attack. In order to kill them, I have to attack with all of my creatures. Should I attack with all of my creatures? Is the real question. Because honestly, I don't. Cool. So sometimes I've asked why my opponents have conceded, and people have commented it's because I was taking too long. I really should find the exact game where it happened in. People who have been viewers of the channel for a long time will know what I'm talking about. My opponent had no reason to be playing Settle the Wreckage. I flunged. I attacked with everything. We're going up against Escobera here. I attacked with everything, and they had Settle the Wreckage. And right before they cast Settle the Wreckage, I was like, I can't wait for them to have Settle the Wreckage. And I lost the game because of it. I'm pretty sure I lost the game. So I hope you can understand my apprehension about attacking with everyone there. But my opponents have run weird things in the past. Oh god, I hope this is not the mono blue deck. Oh, I feel like I have a bad matchup against that deck. We have some Vraskas. Maybe it should be fine. Okay, blue-white looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and attack for 2. Let's see if they have Seal Away, if they want to use it. Nope. We will just use the Overgrown Tomb here and cast Glowspore. I'm wondering, I assume it might not resolve. Yeah, okay, cool. The reason we did that is just to try and guarantee a 3rd land. Yeah. We just want to make sure we can get up to 4 mana. Yep, blue-white control, sure. Once again, going to attack. Our opponent knows what we drew. We can go ahead and swamp Supplier here. Seal Away on the Glowspore. Makes sense. That's why I really like Glowspore's power toughness. I like that it's top heavy. If it was a 2/2, it would be fine, but the fact that it's a 3/1 means that against control, you can really put on some good pressure there. All right, got some decent cards in the yard if we're going to be able to capitalize on them. See if we get a 4th mana. We did. We'll go ahead and attack first. Maybe they would like to Seal Away again. I kind of assume that my Liliana is going to get countered here, which is unfortunate. Actually, my opponent is potentially going to cast Teferi here, and I do have enough pressure that I'm fine passing the turn once, based purely on what is currently in my opponent's hand, the number of cards, I should say, and the fact that they're playing blue-white. I'm going to assume that they might cast Teferi here. Potentially, I'm losing some tempo. Alright, I lost some tempo. Cast Levi. I will attack again. If my opponent would settle the wreckage, that's fine. Nope. Just decide to keep going. The thing is, like, I don't necessarily have a reason to do anything yet. Because of the fact that I am the one who has the pressure. And Liliana is something that I don't want to just walk into a counterspell for free. So I think I'm fine continuing to pass. It could be wrong, it could be correct that I should have just immediately snapped it off as soon as I had a chance, but I am the one who knocks, so I'm just going to keep forcing my opponent to either respond or die in a couple turns. Having 3 Molderhulks is a little annoying, but I'm still fine here. I'm still not under any pressure. My opponent casts something, I have a creature or planeswalker, I have the ability to contempt it. Blink of an eye here. That's interesting. So that does make me think that my opponent is less likely to have an actual counterspell. I mean, my opponent has to know I'm up to something if I haven't done, like, anything yet. Another land is nice. I'll go to combat attack. I'll go ahead and play the Diregraf Ghoul. My opponent might get jumpy and counter this. They did not. I'm relatively certain my opponent's plan is to Memorial to Genius this turn. And I'm now going to decide... I think my opponent was roughly at the same number of cards. So now I'm going to decide to do this. Their plan was, I assume, to Memorial here. So even if I take the counterspell here, it's removing what they planned on doing. So Syncopate for 1, that is unfortunate.
If the fight you want is a fight you'll get.
But it's fine. If either of these die, that means Molderhulk's going to get cheaper. So, I mean, the thing is, my opponent is on 6. They're not doing super hot in the life total department. A lot of that is probably because they're playing Meandering Rivers, not able to necessarily play things on curve, but I don't know. I don't know what's in their hand. They only have 4 cards left, so. Looks like potentially a board wipe. Dude, heck yeah, dude. Three creatures, man. Make these cheap as hell. Make them cheap. 6? I'll take it. If I get a land, I didn't get a land. If one of these resolves, it's really good. Because then I can get a land back and play the other one. I would also rather, since I have 3 of these, I'd rather them counter one of these. Oh wait, if it gets countered, as long as it's not syncopated, I can still cast the second one. Oh, this is great. Ah, get fucked. Oh, this is great. All right, now they have 2 cards left, and they have to deal with this. And next turn, I have, if I draw a land, I have Underrealm Lich and another Molderhulk. This card is great. This card is awesome, man. My opponent has to, like, deal with this 1/6/6. They have 2 cards left. Oh, and I have a Memorial. Oh, it's so good. It's so nice to just win. Oh, let's get in there. Mission briefing on Blink of an Eye, I guess? I mean, if they're, like, this is a Hail Mary mission briefing. Like, Blink of an Eye doesn't help them. Like, at all. Yep, Blink of an Eye. Are they going to kick it to draw a card? They do kick it to draw a card. I could just, like, Contempt my own thing and then play another one, but I'm fine with them drawing another card. Like, I don't need to waste 2 cards to do something like that. And I'll just cast the one that they've seen. Cool. Let us put a Woodland Cemetery in. Let us put an Underrealm Lich down. That snapped in, like, really quickly, so I think this should resolve. And the reason I'm doing this is if they, like, this wouldn't kill them, but if my opponent Cleansing Novas, then it's gonna take me time to rebuild, whereas Underrealm Lich, I can just eat 4 life and still have some sort of clock. My opponent will have to exile the Underrealm Lich in order to survive. So, yep, draw some cards. I don't care. Do whatever you need to do, man. Escobara. Cleansing Nova. I'll eat 4 damage. So I still have a clock, and since they don't have another land here, I'm going to be able to hit them for functionally free. Pretty sure that's just the correct decision every time. Oh, it's so good. Deal some sweet damage. Do I even Menagerie here? I guess. Opponent has 2 cards. They would have to have, like, I don't even think I care about Seal Away. I think... Maybe Molderhulk is just better. And I can get another Molderhulk at the end of their turn. I'm going the kind of conservative route. I do think that Menagerie is better in the long term against Control. So I think I would rather do this. I don't know. It could be super wrong. It could be wrong. I'm not actually sure. But I feel confident enough based on the fact that my opponent doesn't have a ton going on. They still didn't cash in that Memorial to Genius. Oh, how dare you. You could Field of Ruin me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Get back one of my sweet Molderhulks. And then play it. And then get back my Memorial. And then next turn, get back another Molderhulk. It's so good. It's foolproof. I guess just like Reaper is fine here. I'm gonna cast Reaper pre-combat. Sure. Opponent has 3 cards. They could have settled the wreckage. I'll play into settle wreckage with these. I think that's fine. Because I had to play around Seal Away. But settle the wreckage is fine. Yep, settle. That's fine. I will gain some... Like, I'm at just such a card advantage here. And such a tempo advantage. That I really am just fine letting that type of thing happen. Damage. So I could play Gruesome here. Do I play Gruesome here? No. I think I still just go with Molderhulk. Get back the Memorial. And just pass the turn. I don't know. It's possible Menagerie is just better. Opponent only has 2 cards, though. And they're, like, paying a ton of mana to draw more cards because they don't have the cards they need. So, like, I know that those 2 cards are trash, right? There's no reason my opponent would have done that. I'm going to attack first. I wish that Assassin's Trophy could hit your own things, because I'd like to kill my own Molderhulk if it dies. Or if there's a Seal Away here. Or a Settle the Wreckage. But once again, I'm going to attack into Seal Away. Or Settle the Wreckage, because I have to play around Seal Away. Well, they had it again. I'm losing my Molderhulks. I'm also thinning the hell out of my deck, so that's nice. Here, my opponent has 2 cards left, or two mana open. I don't really want to put Menagerie into that. They only have 3 cards in hand. Nah, I'd rather do this. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I'm more okay with this getting countered. Especially since, if they counter this, I can play Menagerie. I'm gonna get Memorial to Folly back. Stop killing my shit, please. I'll just play Menagerie now. Please, let it resolve. Don't have another Syncopate. Okay, cool. We're gonna get a Marshal. We still have 25 cards. Diregraf Ghoul can kill them by itself, so we're gonna do this. So now that we have this board, we're actually gonna be... Apparently the store went online and then back offline. We're gonna be a little bit more conservative with our attacks, just because Graveyard Marshal can give us more cards by itself. Cool, we win, awesome. This deck is great. I love this deck. I don't know how many games that was. Oh, right, I can just look at the screen. Can I see what it is? Hey, cool. It was 3 games. 27. You know what? Yesterday's video was really long, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this one a little short. We don't have any packs because the store is down. God dang it. Whatever. It's fine. I'm gonna probably keep trying to be playing constructed events for several reasons. One, it allows me to actually like make gold out of me just playing the game, and 2, it really shows the decks a little bit better because I'm not just playing against like the exact same power level decks. I feel like the decks that I was playing here weren't like entirely finished, but I could be wrong. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I really do love playing zombies. I'm hoping that I'm able to keep zombies going as long as I can. That's one of the decks that I would like to just keep going because it's not based on any one card, Kaufmal Jotha. But yeah, I'd like to thank Easy Mode, Dizzyfam, Radberry, Keoshin, I believe is how he said his name is, 0xFFF1, which I'm going to refer to from now on as Ox because I want to, Daniel, Flowerchild, Chow, 083, and Zoraga for their support on Patreon. Their support allows me to keep making these sweet videos that you guys seem to enjoy. If you'd like to join them supporting the channel, go ahead and find the link to that in the description below. If you like this, go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment to the comment section down below, and until next time, all will be one.